Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is James and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about servicing your watch and my first ever service experience. So I've never had a watch serviced, and for the first time ever I finally got it done. I got my Citizen Eagle 7 serviced, and the reason I'm doing this video is not only to give you guys some tips if it's your first ever time getting a watch service, but also to promote the person who serviced this watch, because he did such an incredible job, and the service he provides I don't see many people doing at all. Actually, I've never seen anyone do what he does to the level he does it. So I'm mixing two things in with this video, so hopefully you enjoy it. Now, getting a watch serviced in general, in my opinion, is scary. Like, you're sending your watch off to a stranger who's going to take it apart, literally, like completely apart, mess around with it and put it all back together again and then send it you back. Like, there has to be a certain level of trust there for that to be a thing, you know what I mean? Like, I've been looking for someone to service this since like November. I've been asking you guys for people you think are great and all that kind of stuff, and I've had a lot of suggestions and they've all been really cool. Like, I've had back and forth conversations with a couple of watchmakers, even the local ones around here, and they all seem like great people, but there was something about handing over this watch that I just didn't feel comfortable with. Whether it be because it's my first time ever getting a watch serviced, or whether it be the people themselves, I don't feel like it is that. Like, they're professionals, they know exactly what they're doing. I feel like it's just more my thing. So this watch, like, getting this watch serviced was a big deal to me. Like, the service, the cost of a service is like 3 times the value of the watch, but you know, that wasn't the point to me. The point is what this watch means to me. It's been around me for a very long time now, and it's actually kind of what really got this hobby going for me. It's kind of the reason I started the channel as well, this Citizen Eagle 7, because I just felt like you get so much watch for the price, and I wanted to talk about that and tell people about exactly what you get for that price. And I've made videos on the Eagle 7s, and I plan to continue making videos on them because they're just really cool watches, and I enjoy them very much. But yeah, since November I've been looking for someone to get a service with, and for me what I've realized is you've got to trust that person. Not only trust the person, but trust their ability, and that's something you can't judge. In most cases you can't judge their ability to service, because like, unless you send it off to them, how are you going to know? Like, my dad's had one watch serviced in the past, and he did it with a local person, and it was running 3 minutes slow a day or something like that, an Orient 3-star, and he got it back and it was running 5 minutes slow a day, and he still had to pay. So, you know, his first ever service experience was terrible, and it just kind of put me on edge with my first service experience. Like, this watch was running, I think it was like 40 or 50 seconds a day, and now it's running 5 seconds a day, so I had a really good experience. So you've got to find, if you're looking for the first person to service, or you're looking for a new person, like, you've got to find someone you trust in not only the person, but also their ability. And judging ability is almost impossible when it comes to servicing. That was until I found this guy called David from BenchDwellerUK. I'll leave all of his links down below. He mainly focuses on Instagram, and he doesn't have a website or anything like that, so I'll leave his Instagram and his email, and his Flickr page. So this guy, David, not only does he service watches and do it to a really high standard, he also does pictures, like, throughout the process. So from receiving the watch, putting it on that scale that shows how fast or slow it's running, he then strips it down and does pictures along the process, like pictures of your watch literally completely apart with all the parts laid out on the table. Like, to me that is so freaking cool, and I wanted to just get him to service it just so I can have a picture of my Eagle 7 like on a table completely stripped. And I just find that really cool that he provides that service. So I got talking to him. Now, when it comes to prices, he is also very fair, but what I will say is email him for prices on your service. So obviously it will depend on if there's a problem or stuff like that. So just email him and he will give you prices. Now, just for reference, he is based in Northern Ireland, so if you're over in the US, it might not be as practical. So what I'm talking about here in terms of this video, if you are not in the UK, is more what you should be looking out for in terms of someone you can trust to service your watch. This guy goes beyond what is necessary, beyond what a lot of service people do, which I appreciate. I appreciate the people who are willing to do the job everyone else is doing at the price everyone else is doing it at, if not a bit better, and still provide you more for your money. I respect that a lot, and I think that's really, really cool, and I think that's going to take him like far and beyond a lot of the other service people. I hope it does anyway, and that's why I'm making this video, because I want to help him along that way as well, because I think he deserves it. He's a really cool guy, and the service he provides is incredible. So as I was saying, he does pictures along the way. I'll leave a link to his Flickr where you can see a lot of the watches he serviced. So he's got this like portfolio, if you will, of the watches he serviced, on what they were running at when they came, the picture process of him stripping it apart and cleaning it and putting it back together, and then what it runs out at the end. Like, he literally has a portfolio that you can go and see and judge his ability. Like, you can't do that with a watchmaker. You can't just walk into a local watchmaker and say, let me see your records of what you've serviced and how they were running and picture proof, and like, it's just not going to happen. Whereas it will with this guy, because he's done it, and I think that's really, really cool. And I think I don't know, like, for me personally, I want to be able to trust the person, and having that kind of proof, I will trust you a lot more than I'll trust just the local watchmaker because he has a nice smile and he talks very well. Like, it's just, to me, that's where I'm gonna go. Not only that, he gives updates along the way. He was emailing me when things were happening and different things, and it was just all round a really great experience. And I'm just happy to be able to make this video. One, say my Eagle 7 is back and it's running amazing, and I'm so thankful, and obviously I love my Eagle 7. And also just the quality that this guy gave to me, and I assume the same level is given to everyone because of the pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I want to say, if you are looking for a person to service your watch, it's your first time, it's scary. Believe me, it's scary. But buy into the person and their ability. If you can't do that, then I'd say don't trust it. Like, my dad did that, and his watch came back running 2 minutes worse than what it did when it went. So, you know, if you can't judge the ability, it's a tough call in my opinion. If there's not some sort of like picture evidence proof, like a portfolio of some sort, I don't know. Like, after seeing David do it on his own, I don't see any excuse for these big businesses like watch doctors and stuff like that to not be providing a load of pictures of them doing stuff like that. I think it should become the new norm, and I hope it does, because it just adds that extra level to the consumer, which I think is great. I think we deserve that extra level, especially in a day and age where it's so easy. Like, it's not difficult for the watchmaker just to pull out his camera and take a picture. You know, you could do it on your phone, you could do it on anything. It's not difficult anymore, and I think it's a level of service we should come to expect. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit random videos, off the cuff. I didn't have anything written down apart from like a few pointers. So I hope you don't mind that it was a bit sort of sporadic, off the cuff, and just going with the flow. I hope you found it useful if you're looking to service your first ever watch. If you've had a few service, let me know some of your experiences. Leave some of your horror stories down below. They're always fun. And go check out David's Instagram. Have a little scan through, have a look at his Flickr. The guy's got some really cool pictures. Whether you're going to get a watch service with him or not, like, just go have a look. Like, you'll enjoy his stuff. And obviously, if you're within the UK, or even if you just want someone you can trust, even if you're outside of the UK and you're willing to pay that postage, I'd say definitely consider David. Throw him an email, get talking to him. He's a great guy. So thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care and peace out.